What's going on, everybody? I'm Screech. This is Retrocart Collector, and on today's episode, I'm going to be cleaning games number 101 and 102 in my NES collection, RC Pro-Am and Snake's Revenge. I got these two on eBay. They just came in, so we're going to take them over to the service desk. We're going to clean them up. Snake's Revenge has a little bit of goo on, sticky goo on it here. We're going to open them up. We're going to clean the pins on the inside, get them all ready to play. So, let's go. Alright, so I just had Snake's Revenge and RC Pro-Am come in the mail here today. These are two I got on eBay, so I figured before I put them in the system at all, we were going to take them apart and see what we see inside, make sure they're all cleaned up. Want to make sure all these pins are cleaned and there's nothing else on the go. Snake's Revenge has some sticky stuff across the top here, and it's quite dirty and dusty here on this little handle position. RC Pro-Am is also kind of dirty and dusty up in there. I don't see any stickiness on this one. There's definitely some grime in here on all of these, on this one. And it's definitely got what looks to be maybe a little bit of grime or wear on the backs here. I don't know if you can see that. Oh yeah, if I get in the light there, you can see that. So we'll try to clean that up too. I just took a sticker off of Snake's Revenge. It was across the back here, so I'll have to clean that up too. So I'm going to start with Snake's Revenge. We'll clean it up. See where we get on it. So I'm going to start. I got a little bit of paper towel. We're going to start with a little bit of isopropyl alcohol. And then we'll clean the pins once we get it opened up. We're going to clean the pins with some Bright Boy. So that's why I have the gloves on. You always wear gloves when you're playing with chemicals, because technically your body doesn't really know that you're not supposed to. Your body takes things in and it thinks that you're giving it to it for a reason, so it doesn't know what to do with it, like a chemical. Then bad things happen inside your body because your body thinks that you put it in there for a reason, right? So we'll get rid of this scrubby scrub up top here. So that got rid of that grossness. A little bit left on there. Scrubby scrub scrub. Get rid of this dust and gunk that are in here. Now, I haven't played Snake's Revenge before, so I'm kind of interested in playing it. Ron Boy, he's a super big fan of the Metal Gear series on the Xbox. I think he was a big fan of those ones. So we'll probably try to play it with him just so he can experience the first ones. I do have Metal Gear, and we'll do Snake's Revenge. Again, I've heard Snake's Revenge is not very good, but we'll check it out. Get rid of where that sticker was. Clean that nastiness up. All right, so that's that one. Open her up here. So security bit, just your standard security bit, just Amazon it, like I've said before. And then we're going to open this up and take a look on the inside. Make sure you open it up and then pull back. You don't want to break these tabs off. They go up into here. So it's a little dusty in here, so we'll probably give that a scrub real quick. Always check inside. I always suggest to open these games up when you get them. Doesn't matter where you buy them from. Doesn't matter if they clean them right in front of you with isopropyl alcohol. Always open them up and check them out. Just better safe than sorry. You don't want to be putting gunk and debris in your system. Doesn't matter if it's a old Nintendo, if it's the Retron, if it's top loader Nintendo. I would just clean them up. Get a lot of gunk and debris. Seems to build up in here, which is a good spot. I've also even found a security sticker in here with the metal. Why they would have put it inside of here, I don't know, but I definitely found that on one game that I have cleaned. Now this one, it looks pretty dirty. We'll see if we can get some. Yeah, you can see the different colorations on the pins here. So that top is the color it's supposed to be. And you can see across here that it's got some wear and tear on it. We'll check this side. Make sure that these aren't bubbled or anything like that. These little guys. Don't want those to be bubbled up or anything. And we can look these in numbers up that are on these chips, and it'll tell you what the game is. So even if you didn't know, if you're missing a label, you could figure out what the game was. All right, so we're gonna give this just a quick little scrub on the inside of this one. That other one, that other side, look how dirty that is. Just from scrubbing that one inside piece, right? So that's why I suggest cleaning inside of these, making sure that they're good so you don't put any junk in your system, because then you got to clean your system, which we will look at one day. We'll rip it. I have an extra Nintendo that needs to be taken apart and cleaned. I need to get a power box for it, or a power supply for it. I don't have a power supply that works for it. Its power supply has cooked, but the system does still work. It just is dirty. All right, so that's that. I don't want to reuse that. Put that over there. All right, so we're gonna get out. We're gonna hit this one with some Bright Boy. It's just a polishing chemical. Copper, brass, aluminum, steel, chrome, and silver, it says. And it'll take the tarnish off like nobody's business. I'm gonna throw a piece of paper towel down here, just so I don't get any of that, too much of that on my pad here. All right, so the Bright Boy is we're gonna scrub these pins with this. So what I like to do is give it the old toothbrush technique, I call it. Just give her the small circles, just scrub, scrub, scrub. Get a nice thin layer of that. All this is gonna do is take off like a microscopic layer of your pin. Sometimes you do have to scrub these games quite a bit. You can see this one is a little dirty, but this isn't bad. I've seen it where I've give it a scrub, taken it off, and the Q-tip is the color of the gloves. So it's always worth cleaning them. I had a Dragon Warrior that was so dirty. It was insanely dirty. It took like 45 minutes of scrubbing to get it so that thing would play in the system. But it works fine now, it works every time. So what that does, you can clean them. And it's not always gonna be in your board or anything like that. You can clean these games. And I do highly advise you clean your games when you get them, because you just don't know. A lot of people will use the 1-up cards, which I do use, and I do like the 1-up cards. Those are these. They've got the wet side, the dry side. You just take it, they're built to go in the cartridge, so they'd slide in and you would scrub your pins, and then you'd flip the other side and use isopropyl alcohol. So I do like those, but I don't really try to take them apart the first time. If I haven't played a game in a month or two, and I think it needs a quick brush up, I'll clean it that way. But this is how I clean these ones initially. So you can see I'm not really getting any goo. This is just isopropyl alcohol I'm using now. I'm not really getting any more off that. So this one was fairly clean, but definitely could have used a little bit of a scrub. All right. So that one is cleaned up. That side. We'll do this side. This side looks like it has a little bit more scuffing on it, I think, than tarnish. Give this a scrub here. I'm kind of excited to check these ones out. Again, Ron Boy really likes the Metal Gear series, so it'll be cool to get him to play where it all started. I don't even know if he's played it before, to be honest with you. We'll have to grill him up on that when he's here next. And we'll get him in the system and play. See how far we can make it. All right, so that cleaned that up really good. That's really shiny now. And there was some gunk and debris on there, 100%. All right, so we're gonna just give it a quick wipe so I don't put any of that Bright Boy in the system. Give it a wipe down with the old isopropyl alcohol. Nice and clean. This is the point normally when you can tell if it's really dirty. When you get to this point, and if you scrub it and this comes out black, your Q-tip comes out black, you know you've got problems. Got a wipe. Give that a wipe in case any of that stuff got on off the edges. All right, we're going to take this and put it over here again, and we're going to throw this back. So chips are going to go down. It should line up with a pin here and just set in there. Make sure you got her in there good. And then again, take this lid, put it in, slide it in. Make sure those top clips are in there. And then just zap these screws back in real quick. So that's Snake Revenge cleaned. Snake's Revenge cleaned, sorry. All right, so now first things first, we're gonna do, again, the same as last time. I'm gonna give that a good scrub, especially in here. This is where all that dust and debris seems to build up. And this one did have what it looked like had some in the rest of the, I don't know what those are. I guess those are grippy things, we'll call that. We're gonna call these grippy things. So we'll clean the grippy things now. These are pretty dirty.
1 hour later.
All right, so this one has this, I don't know what that is, but it could just be wear and tear from going in and out of a system. So we'll see if it comes off with a little bit of quick little scrub here. No, that is definitely, wow, this game saw some use. If it's got wear like that on the back of that, I'm interested to see what the inside of this one's gonna look like. All right, so here we go. All right, let's see what the inside RC Pro-Am with the usage marks on the back looks like. That is fairly dirty. This is kind of dirty in here. Again, same thing every time. There's certain spots it seems like you need to clean every single time. And this is one of them. 100% clean this. So give that a scrub. So all my parts and pieces are here for my solder station, which will be at this desk here. This is kind of going to be the service desk for the video. So anything like this where oh, look at that. Anything like this where I need to clean a game. Oh yeah, look how dirty that was. Ugh. So anything where I'm going to clean a game or what kind of game will happen here. And I'll pull this out first. We're also going to get a Game Boy. And we are going to mod a Game Boy. We're going to put a backlit color screen on it. We're going to put new buttons in it. We're going to put a new shell on it. We're going to maybe put a battery system in it. We're going to change out the speaker. So tune in for that one when that happens, because I'm excited to do that. I've never done any major soldering. I've never modded a Game Boy or anything like that before, so I'm excited for that. That's gonna be cool. That was cleaner. The bottom side had more, so obviously it was probably stored sitting like this, and then had a buildup of debris in there. All right, this pin, these pins here. There's a lot. Yeah, you can see the usage on this. If I can get the light on it right, you see the color difference in those pins. I don't see a lot of tarnish, and there's like no water damage or anything like that. You'll see water damage right away. A lot of times it'll be a blue color, and you'll have issues with these connectors. But you can resolder these using the right equipment. You can also replace the whole board. If you have a board that matches the same board, you can actually pull this stuff off and replace it onto another board. I've never done that. I don't really plan on doing that. Hopefully I don't have to do that, but we'll see. All right, back to the Bright Boy. Give her another quick little scrubberoo here. Throw my taper Powell back down. All right, and let's give it a scrub. I'm just going to scrub one spot here. And I'm going to clean it up, and we're going to see if you can tell the difference. All right, so that's just that one little spot, those little center pins there. All right, let's see if we can see this. See, look at how that's not there anymore. You can see, and then it's just shiny here, just a patch. You definitely look at that. You can see that really good right there. You can see how dirty that is, and then you've got a patch of clean. So that's what that Bright Boy does. That's why I suggest using it, is because if you got a game that won't work, a lot of the time, I would say half the time, 9 times out of 10 probably, 60-40, 50-50.
60% of the time, it works every time.
You just clean it with a Bright Boy and it'll start working. You just got to make sure you scrub it. Just please scrub it. Like I said, that Dragon Warrior that I cleaned, man, like I just kept scrubbing it. I was like, it's got to work. Like, look at how dirty this is. Let's see if we can get this on camera. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Look at how dirty that is. Like, look at how gross that is compared to a clean Q-tip. That's off this board. That's just off those pins. This one saw some use. This one needed to get cleaned. This one probably wouldn't even work if I put it in my system. A lot of times they get tested in Retrons, and Retrons aren't quite as picky as the old systems, because the old systems are old too, right? But man, that's still disgusting. I need some more Q-tips for this adventure. Add to the Q-tip pile. All right, let's see if I can demonstrate this here. So this is back to isopropyl alcohol. Give it a scrub. See if this comes out dirty. If this comes out dirty, we know we're dirty. All right, you ready? So that was just surface grime. That's awesome. That was just surface grime. Give that a good little scrub. We'll dry it off. That's good. That's nice to see that it was just surface grime. So this game was probably loved, I'm guessing. Just probably saw a lot of use more than anything. All right, so we'll do this side with the Bright Boy. And then we'll put it all back together and we'll call it at that. I'll test them, I'll confirm they work, and if they don't work, we'll come back to it. But these work. They always work after a good cleaning. If you see water damage, then you got problems. If you see wires that are in the circuit board that are fried, then you've got problems. But a lot of times, just give it a scrub. How dirty is this side? Look at that. See that? Oh, it was doing it. Focus, camera. Focus.
What?
Focus! Focus! Focus!
Look how dirty that one was. So it's pretty gross. But again, it seems like it's just surface wear, surface dirt. I guess it's surface tarnish would be probably the correct vernacular for that. So yeah, I think that's going to do it for these cleans, which is awesome. So now these are games 101 and 102 of the collection. If you haven't watched the video on game 100 that I picked for the collection, please go ahead and watch that. That link will be in the description, along with a link to John Riggs, his videos. He's what got me lined up with the Bright Boy. So yeah. Oh, that gives me the heebie-jeebies when I scrub the cotton on the edges, just talking about it. It's giving me the heebie-jeebies. I'm getting the shakes, the shimmies. So yeah. So John Riggs, thanks to him for bringing the Bright Boy into my knowledge, and yeah, that's awesome. It's 2 games, 2 more games in the collection. We are on our merry way to 677. I hope you will follow along. I hope you like this kind of content. If you do, you know what to do. I don't think I gotta tell you. It's YouTube. At this point, if you don't know what to do, you're clearly. And if you don't enjoy this, well, hope you find something that you do enjoy on here and it's something you enjoy watching. If you like some of these videos, then watch them. If you don't like these ones where I clean stuff or when I work on stuff, then, you know, I hope you enjoy the other ones. All right, well, with that, one last screw. Don't over tighten. Do not take. Look at you. Look at snare. Don't over tighten these. You're tightening screws into plastic. Don't wreck it. So with that, that is RC Pro-Am and Snake's Revenge games 101 and 102 in the collection here at Retrocart Collector. So with that, have a great day. We'll see you later. Bye.